Hey guys, it's been a bit. My life is a little hectic and busy right now, so between work and sleep and really short of that, not much time for anything else. First off, I wanted to say thanks in this video to all the subscribers I have at this point. I know a lot of you don't comment, but I still look every time at all the watches on each of my videos and whatnot. And at the moment I'm at 149 subscribers. I lost 4 from the last videos I posted. I guess they didn't care for what I was doing on the interstate, but you know, oh well. You know, I didn't start this to be anything. When I started this channel, it was to be just for fun, and then as I had my first Z, it turned into a video log of my progress from my first Z till now, and that was unexpected. It just happened. So, you know, if people are expecting something particular with this channel, they're wrong. This is anything from me playing video games online to videos about my Z, although it's mostly about my Z. I will be honest there. And there's also the fact that sometimes I race, so I'll have racing videos. I attend a lot of car meets when I can, so there'll be car meet videos. And occasionally when I'm goofing off and doing something I probably shouldn't, there's going to be videos of that. So far it hasn't got me in any trouble. So far. So, you know, fingers crossed and all that. But again, thanks to everyone that watches my channel and whatnot. And again, I want to put another plug in for my sponsor, which is Stage 6 Motoring. Frank wanted me to correct that this time around, because apparently last time I said Stage 6 Motorsports, which is actually in Florida, and he is Stage 6 Motoring, which is in South Carolina, California, California, yeah, that. So, yeah, there's that. As far as new stuff, my car's rolling forward. Well, let me get going and I'll start talking. Yes, that is my belt you hear slipping. I need to take it off and replace it, but it's one of those things on this car I'd rather not even have to deal with, because it's one of those belts that you gotta drop the others to get to. Okay, anyways, what to say? Currently things that need to be done to the Z. Transmission oil needs to be changed, differential oil needs to be changed. Just noticed the transmission's getting hotter than normal after a couple minutes of driving. It tells me the oil's dirty, needs to be changed. When I don't have my music blaring like now, or when my exhaust isn't droning like it is now, I can hear my differential whining, which, you know, on D-cell tells me, okay, that oil's dirty, needs to be changed. And I know we changed the transmission oil when we put the manual in the car, but I don't think we did the differential, so that might be the original oil from like 1990 in that differential. No idea. Just changed the master clutch cylinder and slave cylinder. Dead possum. changed the cylinders out the other day. I have pedal again. The thing I hate about these cheap cylinders is after about 6 months, the seals just give out, and that's it. They're done. Slave cylinder is the worst. The one I took off was rusted on the inside. I mean, it was absolutely failing. And the master cylinders, the seals on the inside just let go, and eventually the shaft quits working, quits pumping fluid. On the way, my exhaust leak on the passenger side header, I've mentioned it a few times. It's at the cat pipe. The cat pipe itself is OEM. I gutted it, but it's rusting to the point that, well, it's pushing apart from the header. Still goes even after the Hydrolock, 240,000 miles on motor. So, let me put this window up. And that one. I'll just suffocate from the exhaust fumes from my leak driving around. Anyway, the exhaust leak's getting worse, and I mean, it's getting to the point that I'm losing low-end torque because of it. So, need to get that replaced. I got a new gasket on the way to do so. But I got to drop the exhaust and whatnot. I've got to grind. I actually have to grind down the flange on the cat pipe, get rid of that rust, and then once that rust is gone, flatten out the flange so it'll bolt up properly. Because what's happened now is the flange is warped from rust and age, and it's just not sealing properly. And even though I can tighten the bolts down, it doesn't last. So that's on the way. And then apparently, I just discovered this recently. I've owned my Z for what, 5 years now, 6 years? How long? Y'all been watching. I just discovered that there's supposed to be bushings that go on the clutch pedal to the master cylinder. Did not know this. Never knew this. I always wonder why the brackets would start to wear out in like 4 months' time, and they'd start to, the metal would like wear out and like dissolve. And that's because there's supposed to be a bushing there. Didn't know that. So I've got bushings on the way for the clutch pedal, of all things. Gasket on the way for the exhaust pipe. Major things, like I said, I need oil for the transmission, oil for the differential. Those are like $60 a piece for, and plus I'm going to have F&D do it, Foreign and Domestic Auto Care in Mobile. They're the Z specialists here in Southern Alabama. I don't feel like getting my hands dirty or my clothes around the transmission and diff oil, because as I've heard from many people, it stinks terribly so. So don't want to mess with that. And that's sometime soon. And then I also need new front tires. I have Nexen 3000 225 45s on the front, and they're about spent. But I've got 30,000 miles on them, so that's pretty good considering. And I'm running out of time here, so turn around here. Still going strong. Haven't done any racing lately. Went to a car meet. Videos are up from the car meet. Nothing really major lately. I got my car door to swap out for my driver one, which is dinged up and crunched to hell from the previous owner. My passenger side door no longer locks. I've got to replace whatever broke in it. We know the actuator's busted because the outside lock no longer works. But then yesterday my inside lock also quit working, so I can't lock my car anymore. Just forgive the $300 worth of tools I have in my car. something breaks on my car, I won't have my tools to work on it and replace whatever breaks. Or, you know, I'm paranoid about that. The entire time I've owned the Z, it's broken down on me majorly like 5 times. And every time it did, I didn't have my tools with me. So, I've carried tools and jacks and everything with me since. And now it's just kind of bugging me. I mean, I don't really care about anyone breaking into the car or stealing the radio or whatever. I can take the faceplate off and then it's useless. But my tools, that's the biggie. And gas fumes. Oh god. Yeah, exhaust leak. Need to fix it. Bad. So, I'm getting 11 minutes out of my camera. How the hell? Anyway, I'm gonna head home for now, and that's really it. In Fairhope after falling out with my family. I no longer live in Foley. No longer have anything to do with my family in Foley. That's a story in and of itself and will take longer than 10 minutes to cover. So, for now, still got work to do. No major problems anymore. Oh, I fixed the e-brake back there. The pin actually had come out, so I replaced the pin. And I also replaced the spring that was missing to hold that pin in. Although the kit that I got at Advanced Auto Parts was shit, and the spring it came with was way too big, and the pin was way too short. So what ended up happening is, oh my god, there are no parking spots! Seriously? And that's handicap. Anyway, what ended up happening is I had to cut the spring down to size, and then the pin was able to fit. But just barely. On the bright side, my e-brake is no longer scraping the rub as it rotates. Oh my god. Where's all the parking? I risk parking next to a pickup truck. Oh well. I'll get this uploaded and see y'all in a bit.